Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Dailymotion, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for a second video blog of the day for Monday, January 25th, 2015, around 5:26 p.m. in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's dark out. The snow is flying. The main course of the snow will be starting tonight around 7, and for the next 36 hours, we're going to get heavy-duty snow, 2 to 3 feet in most of New England, and some winds too, which could be power outages. State of emergency for Massachusetts. No vehicles on the road unless if it's emergency ones like police officers, firefighters, EMTs, snow plows, and news trucks. Anybody else, you should be off the roads at midnight tonight in Massachusetts until further notice. It's a state of emergency, so be careful. For all my Facebook friends in Massachusetts, stay home tomorrow until further notice. Some news to report. The WWE has announced that former governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, is going to be inducted into the 2015 Hall of Fame as their celebrity inductee of the year. The Hall of Fame ceremony for the WWE is the night before WrestleMania, March 28th at the SAP Center in San Jose. And also, the Los Angeles Kings have placed struggling center Mike Richards on waivers. He has not had a good season, so he could be picked up by another team, or he could be sent down to the minors or get released. And that's about it on that. My next subject is about a former faction in the WWE. It was a heel faction called the Nation of Domination. The Nation of Domination lasted from November of 1996 through the fall of 1998. And the Nation of Domination was like a parody of the Nation of Islam, and it was also kind of a parody of the Black Panthers. Actually, the Nation of Domination started as a heel faction in the old USWA, the Memphis territory, in the summer of 1996. In the group was PG-13, JC Ice, and Wolfie D, one of the most successful tag teams in USWA history, who played white rappers. And joining them were like Sir Mohammed, who was Mo on Men on a Mission in WWE, an independent wrestler called Kareem Olajuwon, who was no relation to Hakeem Olajuwon, the pro basketball player Hall of Famer. And they also had Queen Moesha, who was Miss Jackie, and Shaquille Ali, who was played by Tracy Smothers. But this Nation of Domination wasn't big. It was just a regular heel faction in the USWA. The most famous Nation of Domination was in the WWE. It was formed by the leader, Farouk, who was in the WWE as Farouk Hassan, who came in July of 1996 and feuded with Ahmed Johnson. And Farouk Hassan was a kind of Egyptian warrior character. He was managed by Sonny for a few months, but they broke off. And Farouk Hassan was renamed Farouk, and he had as his manager Clarence Mason, who was Jim Cornette's lawyer, but he eventually became manager of Owen Hart and the British Bulldog as well. But he took away his contract from him. And also he was manager of Crush, who was also part of the Nation of Domination. And also part of the Nation of Domination was PG-13 and D'Lo Brown as a bodyguard, and a couple of unknown actors who I don't know who they really are. They weren't wrestlers, they were unnamed actors and stuff. And the Nation of Domination said, "We are the Nation of Domination." And the theme song was kind of a rap sang by JC Ice and Wolfie D. And the Nation of Domination, Farouk feuded with Ahmed Johnson during this time, and they had a very good feud, even though it was a mid-card feud at best. Ahmed Johnson would say, "You're going down. you're going down. You're going down to Farouk. They had a classic match at the Royal Rumble 97. It was a mid-card match, even though it was like a garbage match. It was kind of a classic because this was building up, continuing the feud. And then the Nation of Domination got a new member in January of 1997 at a house show in Madison Square Garden between a tag team match between Ahmed Johnson and Savio Vega, the Caribbean sensation who's sweeping the nation. Had a tag wrestled against Farouk and Crush, and Savio Vega turned on Ahmed Johnson and turned heel and joined the Nation of Domination. And Savio Vega's Spanish, and they have a Spanish guy and a white guy and a African American guy in the Nation of Domination, which is like a parody of the Nation of Islam, but that's kind of politically incorrect in my opinion. But it was just to advance the storyline. And then Savio Vega and Crush and Farouk had some like a kind of a 6-man tag team. They faced off against Flash Funk, Goldust, and Bachgun at In Your House in Final 4 in February 1997, but they won by disqualification because Ahmed Johnson interfered. And then at WrestleMania 13, Ahmed Johnson got the Road Warriors, who came back to the WWE to face off against Farouk and Savio Vega and Crush at a Chicago street fight, which was a pretty good street fight. A Legion of Doom and Ahmed Johnson won, and Ahmed and Farouk continued their feud. They had a feud, which kind of culminated at In Your House, a cold day in hell, in a gauntlet match. Ahmed Johnson faced off against Crush and Savio Vega and Farouk, and he beat Savio Vega and crushed Ahmed Johnson. Then when he faced off against Farouk won, and he won cleanly. He didn't have Savio Vega and Crush to help him out. And then they started to have some tension with the Nation of Domination, with Crush and Savio Vega and Farouk, and this kind of continued to happen at the King of the Ring 1997, when Farouk faced off against The Undertaker for the WWE Championship, and The Undertaker beat Farouk, and then Crush and Savio was just getting like dissension among them. They were fighting among each other. Next night on Raw, the Ahmed Johnson and Legion of Doom beat up on Nation of Domination again, crushed Farouk and Savio Vega, and then Farouk goes wild. He kicks Crush and Savio Vega out of the group, and he decides which one to keep, Clarence Mason or D'Lo Brown. He fires Clarence Mason as manager. He keeps D'Lo Brown, and Farouk says he's going to rebuild the Nation of Domination. And the next week on Raw, between a tag team match with The Undertaker and Ahmed Johnson against Farouk and a mystery partner, and the mystery partner was Kama Mustafa, who used to be Kama, the Supreme Fighting Machine, and Papa Shango, previously in the WWE, and the Nation of Domination was beating up on The Undertaker badly. Ahmed Johnson didn't get into the match. Kama Mustafa pinned The Undertaker clean, 1, 2, 3, and then there's a new member of the Nation of the Domination. The new member was Ahmed Johnson himself, because he turned on The Undertaker, and he joined the Nation of Domination with Farouk and Kama Mustafa and D'Lo Brown, and it was the new Nation of Domination. It was all African American. But this Nation of Domination didn't last too long, because Ahmed got frequently injured, and then Farouk kicked out Ahmed Johnson in the Nation of Domination a few months later. But then this started a games war between the two former Nation of Domination members. Crush formed his own gang called the Disciples of Apocalypse with Chains, who was Brian Lee, and Skull and 8 Ball, who were like identical twin brothers, the Blues Brothers, the Blue Brothers, among others, in the WWE. And then Savio Vega forms his own like group, began the Los Barricos with Miguel Perez and Jose Estrada and Jesus Castillo, and they have a gang war throughout the WWE for several months. And then the Nation of Domination gets another member during a singles match between Farouk and Chains of Disciples of Apocalypse. Rocky Maivia comes in and gives the rock bottom to Chains, and Rocky Maivia's the new member of the Nation of Domination with Farouk and Kama Mustafa and D'Lo Brown. And then they continue with the Games Wars, and then The Rock kind of becomes popular with the Nation of Domination, and he's getting more heat on him. He's kind of taken a leadership role of the Nation of Domination. He has tension with Farouk and stuff like that. Rock becomes Intercontinental Champion around December of 1997 by forfeit, because Stone Cold forfeited the title to him. And then The Rock continues to gain leadership in the Nation of Domination. Nation of Domination got a 5th member, the world's most strongest man, Mark Henry, who turned on Ken Shamrock in a tag team match between Ken Shamrock and Mark Henry against Farouk and Rocky Maivia. And then the contention grows for The Rock and Farouk to try to split them up. And then this comes to a head at WrestleMania 14 when Ken Shamrock was putting The Rock in the ankle lock submission. Farouk did not help out The Rock, and then this spills over to the next night on Raw, where Farouk calls out The Rock to see what happens, and the other Nation of the Domination members were there with D'Lo and Mark Henry and Kama Mustafa, and then they were kind of on Farouk's side, but Rock gives the people's elbow, no, the people's eyebrow, and then Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown, and Kama Mustafa turn on Farouk, and they boot Farouk out of the Nation of Domination, who was the leader, but now The Rock was. Eventually, they gain another member, Owen Hart. He turns on Ken Shamrock during a tag team match between him against Nation members D'Lo Brown and Kama Mustafa, and The Rock's and Owen Hart's a member of the Nation of Domination, but it was changed to the Nation, and the Nation feuded with DX over the summer of 1998, and this was a very great feud, very funny feud, and DX impersonated the Nation of Domination on Raw. And then one time, the Nation of Domination cost New Age Outlaws the WWE Tag Team Championship against Kane and Mankind. And they continued this feud throughout the summer of 1998. It culminated at a ladder match at SummerSlam 1998 between The Rock and Triple H at MSG. A week before on Raw, the Nation of Domination was mimicking China. They were going to try to beat up, but Shawn Michaels came to the rescue. And then The Rock lost the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam 1998 to Triple H in the ladder match when China blowed The Rock. And afterwards, the Nation of Domination, or the Nation, what it was called, kind of went their own ways. Owen Hart kind of quit wrestling in the storyline angle when he injured Dan the Beach Severin. The Kama Mustafa morphed into the Godfather, and D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry became a tag team, and The Rock went out on his own to become the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. I thought the Nation of Domination was a kind of a great heel faction. It was a mid-card heel faction at best. And also its greatest days is when Farouk was the leader of Nation of Domination with Crush and Savio Vega, and PG's team with that theme song with that rap, which that rap was pretty good. It was a great rap what they did when they introduced Farouk. He said Farouk is the man, is going to beat you up. And then he says Clarence Mason signs the crosses the I's and dots the T's. It was a great faction in my opinion, and it also started as gang warfare and stuff like that. It was pretty good in my opinion, and that's about it on the Nation of Domination, and I'll be back with the third and final video blog of the night, which will be about former Denver Broncos quarterback John Elway. See you later, Facebook, YouTube, Daily Motion, and Twitter. Bye for now.